Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to talk about some of my favorite palettes of right now, some that I have just been loving and have been reaching for a ton. So let me just go ahead and jump in and show you what I have been absolutely loving as eyeshadow palettes. So the first one I'm going to talk about, and you've heard a lot about these, probably all of these on YouTube, but this one is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is the original palette, and this palette is one that I have been reaching for a ton in some everyday looks that I do, especially off camera. And let me just open it up and show it. So here it is. It has a really nice size mirror, and it really does smell like chocolate. It smells amazing. And here's what the palette looks like, and it has really pretty colors, and it has some warm tones, so you can do like smoky eyes with it. It has some cool tones in it, so you can do like a more simple look if you want to. And I really like that there's like two pans in here for the highlight. One's the bigger ones, like right here and like right here, that are really big. And so you're not going to hit pan as easily on those because we use highlight shades and everything. And I actually like using this one right here for a brow bone highlight, and then this one for an inner corner highlight almost every time I use this palette. It's just a really beautiful palette, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it to anyone that does not have it. But it does really have a strong chocolate smell, and if that kind of freaks you out, you probably will not like this palette at all. But other than that, you know, I like the chocolate smell. It does not bother me, but this is just, it's just real pretty. The colors blend out really smoothly. The colors do not seem to fall out on my face, even though I normally do my eye makeup first, just in case I do have any fallout, that I don't really have to worry about ruining my foundation. So this is the first one that I have just been loving. The next one I want to talk about that I have been loving, I mentioned this in my February favorites, and this is the Revealed by Coastal Scents palette. Now this is the first one. It's the Revealed 1. There's also the Revealed 2, but this one's the first one. And I really like this palette because it has 20 different shades in it, which gives me a lot of variety when I'm going to do any look. Now some of the shades are matte, some of them are shimmer, and this is what it looks like. And I will list all of these below for you guys, and I will list the prices as well in case I don't say those or if I say them wrong. But here it is. It has just a really good mixture of shimmers and mattes. They kind of have some pinks in them. It has some browns, so you can do a bunch of different looks with this. Mostly, you know, when I'm doing looks with this, they're more simple. It's something that I like to use when I'm especially off camera. I really, really like these. They're very, very pigmented, and right now they have a sale like where it's $20. It's been that way for a really long time. I don't know if they're going to keep the price that way. I will link this below in case it is. But just the pigmentation of these is amazing, and I'm actually going to swatch some of these for you just so I can show you just how beautiful the colors are. So I'm just going into one of these shimmer colors. I'm going into this one right here. And you can already tell that's just like one little swipe. And let me just swipe that across my hand. You can tell how pigmented and how beautiful this absolutely is. And here's another one of my favorite colors. It's this one right here. I use that as like an inner corner highlight. And I rubbed the wrong one on my finger, but you can't really see it on my hand, but it's very shimmery. It's very pretty. And the packaging is like the cardboard packaging, which I don't like as much, but shoot, for $20, this is such a good deal in my opinion, especially with the 20 shades. Like, you can just take this with you and have a bunch of different variety. Okay, the next one I'm going to talk about is a drugstore product. And it is e.l.f. and this actually is $10, which some people were like, whoa, e.l.f., what are you doing? This is an amazing, amazing palette. This is their Prism eyeshadows. They're all shimmer, and this is what it looks like. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. These are surprisingly amazing. They're kind of like a creamy texture, but they're not creams. They're a powder. They don't fall out on me. They're very pigmented for a $10 palette, and mine's in Sunset. This one's Sunset, and I wanted to just mention this one. I love them both. This one I think would have to make like a favorites for me just because I've been using these colors a lot more. Some reason lately I have been into like the pinks, but if you're wanting, let me turn around and just get mine. If you're wanting like another one that's like more golds and browns, I recommend the Naked one to you. This is just my preference, and I like this one. And this one looks really, really good, like right underneath like the lash line. This one just looks really good for that. This one's a great inner corner highlight, and of course you can do whatever you want with these. And this one's one I love to just wash right over my lids. I have a tutorial using this one, and I just do like one color all over the lid. It's super simple. But let me swatch some of these because the pigmentation is just amazing in my opinion. So let me just go into my favorite one. It's this one right here. They don't have names on them, but that's just, I'm not flicking you off, but this is just one little swipe, and let me just, and it's right there. It's really hard to tell on my skin tone. Let me do the purple, the really dark. I'm going into this one. You can see right there on my finger. Look at how pigmented that is, and they do stay on my eyes. I don't notice that they crease or that they like get anywhere when I'm doing my makeup. And the mirrors, like if you're wanting a mirror, this is actually a decent mirror on here. And it's just something that I have been reaching for a lot on days I want something simple, or something, even on days where I want a little color but not having to go through a big process for it. And these are just so easy. I just dip my brush and right over the eyes, and it's just something where you can do like 2 colors, and it's just a really simple look. The last one I have to mention for you guys, this is an oldie, it's a goodie. It is the Naked 3 palette. I love this one so much. I am so into pinks right now. I can't even, I think all of these have kind of the same color range, and I'm sorry if this is repetitive, but it's also a good thing, so you don't have to, like, I mean, you can kind of pick from like one of these if you really, really like it. And I love the packaging on the Naked 3. It has a really big mirror, and I haven't even like taken like the film off yet. Just because I don't use the mirrors on these, because I like to use my lighted makeup mirror. So I don't really use these, but a lot of people do, and I really appreciate when they do give you a big mirror. But these are the colors, and I think they're so beautiful. They're so pigmented. And, you know, I wore this yesterday, and I've had a look on my eyes today, if you can tell. And they were 2 totally different looks, but they were really soft and really girly, and they're pink. I love the pinks in this. They're just really pretty and elegant. I think they give you just a really, like a girl look to your eyes. And here's the brush. Don't throw this brush away. This is not one you want to throw away. Like, here's one end of it, and here's the other end of it. And I actually use this brush. Like, it's something that's really nice in a palette, and especially for $54. It's a really high price tag for these, but I really, really like them. And the packaging, like, I just think it's beautiful. Like, I just love this packaging. So those are the only ones I'm going to talk about today, because I could talk about all my palettes. I love like almost every single palette that I have. Like, I use them. But these are right now my favorite ones that I have. And the reason I label them as my favorite is because I've been reaching for them the most. So I have ones that I just love that I don't use as much. But these, I would have to say, are my favorite because they're something I reach for on a daily basis. And they're just easy to make looks out of. And I like palettes that are really simple, that you can use one palette for one whole look, and without having to grab a bunch of different shadows. So I really hope you liked all of these favorites that I have. I will list them below, as I always do for you guys. I'm going to list the prices, and if I remember, I will actually link these to you as well. If you want to see me do any looks with these, let me know in the comment section. I can do a tutorial on like a different look for these. I'm sure there's a bunch of tutorials on this one already, and some of the chocolate bar. They're really popular palettes. I don't really hear people talk about the revealed one or the e.l.f. Prism one as much, but they are personally my favorites. So that's all mine favorites at this time. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section below. And I really hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And until next time, guys, bye.